Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Garcia here, and I am going to talk to you today about money and decimals and fractions and how they all relate to each other. So as you see, I have 4 quarters here. I also have 10 dimes. It takes how many quarters to make $1? Right, it takes 4 quarters to make $1, right? Because they're each worth how many cents? Right, they're each worth 25 cents. So 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 gives us 100, right? Well, when I'm writing my 25 cents, I do 0 whole dollars and 25 hundredths, right? Making sense to everybody? So if I add up 25 hundredths 4 times, it's going to give me 100 hundredths, or 1 whole dollar. Now, another way you can think about it is in a fraction. 4 out of 4 equals 1. 4 goes into 4 one time. This fraction bar, it's a division sign, and it just means that 4 goes into 4 once, 1 whole time. 4 fits into 4 one time, 1 whole. So this is the same as saying 1. 4 over 4 is the same as saying 1. Okay? Now when we're talking about quarters being 25 cents or 25 hundredths, 1 quarter is worth 25 out of 100. So if you're writing this in fraction form, it looks like this. I have 25 out of 100. Okay? So if I have 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25, I put all this together, I have 100 out of 100. If I add up, we'll do it horizontally. Okay? If I have 25 over 100 plus 25 over 100, 25 hundredths plus 25 hundredths plus 25 hundredths, that all goes together. 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 is 100. So I have 100 out of 100. Or 100 divided by 100 is 1. 1 whole. Okay? 1 whole is the same as 100 divided by 100. Alright, so we can do the same thing over here with the dimes. We know dimes are 10 cents each. So it takes 10 dimes to make $1. So that's 10 cents. 10 out of 100. Or we can write it like this, 10 hundredths. We can also write it like that and just drop the 0 off of it, and instead of hundredths, these are tenths. 1/10 is equal to 10 hundredths, which is also equal to 10 hundredths. This is just another way of writing it. You say it the same way. This is 10 hundredths. This is 10 hundredths. All right, and so, again, you can just drop the 0, and this is now 1/10, right? Check this out. I can also drop these zeros. If I drop this one and this one, guess what I've got? I've got 1/10. These all equal each other. They are equivalent. They're all the same value. They're just written differently. So if I have 10 dimes, I have one whole dollar, right? If I added up 10 dimes or 10 hundredths, it's going to come out to the same amount, one whole dollar, right? 10 times 10 hundredths is going to equal $1. All right? Any questions so far? So 4 quarters is the same amount of money as 10 dimes. And we can do the same thing with nickels. We can do the same thing with pennies. So nickels are worth, we'll get you a nickel here. So nickels are worth 5 cents or 5 hundredths. So how many nickels is it going to take to equal one whole dollar? Think about it. It took 10 dimes that are 10 hundredths value. Now you're looking at 5 hundredths value. How many is it going to take to make one whole dollar? Right, it's going to take twice as many, right? Because 10 is 2 times 5, twice as much. It will take twice as many of these coins, so it will take 20, right? 20 nickels, 20 times 5 hundredths. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, and I have trailing 0 here. So 20 nickels gives us $1. How about pennies? That one's easy, guys. Pennies. Pennies are worth, what are they worth? 1/100th. Pennies are worth 1/100th. So it takes 100 of these, or 1/100th can also be written like this. Let's see. 5 hundredths for the nickels. Looks like that. Okay, so it takes 100 pennies to make one whole dollar. 100 pennies would look like this. 100 out of 100 to equal one whole dollar. So let's try counting up money and see if we can figure out what these fractions and decimals will look like. All right, so if you're ready, go ahead and click on the next slide.